But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Copyright strike again. Nijisanji is doing the same old thing that they've done for many years, and they have continually not learned their lesson. They had did it to Kyo a while back, which I'm going to show, and they did it to False ID a while back. Now they're doing it again. They're popping through channels, and they're trying to copyright strike. And of course, I'm going to be showing this to you right now. There is copyright strikes going around right now of Nijisanji. This one is not such a crazy one. If anybody remembers, and I'm going to remind you, in the past, Nijisanji copyright struck Kyo 10 times, I believe. Like actual copyright strikes. 10 actual copyright strikes. Struck a bunch of these channels. Bunch of these channels, if you can see here, removed. All of these were removed because they were copyright struck. Look at all these channels that were copyright struck. All these videos. This was in 2023. Pretty much over a year ago. Pretty much, they did that. They don't learn. They don't learn at all. They tried to get his channel removed because he was making negative stuff about Nijisanji. Not just him, though. There was also False ID. He had several copyright strikes for the same thing. One of the reasoning that they gave was that they were using the models of the Nijisanji livers. I do the same thing. I'm glad, I guess, that I'm not getting copyright struck, but it is kind of crazy that they would even go through with this and try to do it again. Now, this one seems to be a little bit different. This one has the even if I blanked somebody and Alouette post. The issue with this one is this was a community post, like an actual, not community, a membership stream. The issue with that is that YouTube has things against paid content being put out there without the permission of the owner. Membership streams are behind a paywall. Cover even copyright strikes membership stream stuff because it's behind a paywall. People have to pay to get it. You're basically circumventing payment options in order to get that out to people, even if it's a clip. Fair use doesn't protect you in those cases. So in this case, this person is trying to blame Nijisanji, but everyone down there says, look, I mean, you post member content out of member streams, don't be surprised it gets taken down. Freaking VT has the same thread of this, and people are saying, yeah, no S Sherlock. Well, it's membership content, so there's not the guy you want in your stream, better distance yourself ASAP or he will hurt your validity. The guy's profile pic, at least one of those membership content, like don't click membership stuff. It gives them a legit reason to take you down. So yes, like me, like everyone else, if we clip, if we look, if we do things, never, ever, ever do membership content because that kind of stuff will actually hurt you in the long run. It will cause you to actually get copyright struck. You do not want that. So this is one of the few times it was legit. Now, like I said before, with Kyo here, this was not legit. This was just because they didn't like what he was saying. Same thing happened to False ID. They didn't like what he was saying. They didn't like what these two were saying. They copyright struck them the heck. Like I copyright struck like 10 videos each of anything that had to do with Nijisanji because they just didn't like criticism. So that's what I immediately thought when this hit, but it's not that. It's absolutely not that. Is a indie VTuber, but she's a large indie VTuber. She has worked her way up all the way to where she is now. And same with Shy Lily and other people. Right now, she had this to say. She had no money at all for merch post 2022. And we're going to get to it. I have not received any revenue for my sold merch since 2022. My previous merch company owes me an approximately $16K after production costs and fees. After being promised multiple times throughout 2023 year that I would receive my missing payments, it was only last month that I finally find out that the company has completely burned through all of their funds, leaving no money left to pay me out at all. The only option I have in order to make back what I was owed is to try and sell the remainder of my extra merch inventory. The owner has agreed to give me 100% profit of sales in order to at least break even and salvage what was originally supposed to be my revenue. That is why I wanted to let you, my community, know the reason why I'm re-releasing older variations of my merch. This is horrible. No one should go through this. She actually puts hard work. Yes, she probably had connections to get to where she was. Thank you, T-Man the Parrot, for coming into the community. Appreciate you. Like I was saying, when you have merch, you put in a certain amount of cost yourself, and you're trying to recover that. So the fact that they never paid her, and then they're just trying to break even right now, I mean, it's better than not breaking even, I guess. It's better than not doing anything about it. They're at least trying to do something. But it's really bad because, like, she doesn't have a company paying her like a legitimate salary. She's getting paid herself. She's paying herself, you know? I am aware that this does not account for the loss of time damaged trust within my community, canceled orders due to the sheer amount of wait time to my fans had to endure for their merch, attorney fees, and my mental health. I was consistently told I would receive my revenue after the merch orders were fulfilled, but that day never came as merch was continuously delayed, and to this day, many members of my community have yet to see their orders from over a year ago arrive. That is really, really bad on the part of that company. That should never happen. That honestly should never happen. It is really horrible that is going on with BAO. I really feel for her. I don't have any merch. I can't really feel for her in the direct point of merch, but to even have your community not get the things that they wanted to get and they paid for, and they're patient enough to wait for a year to get it, that is really messed up. I give the company countless chances to do right by my community because I could not fathom the true extent of the situation. I'm extremely grateful that Vite Ramen has kindly volunteered to take over sales and shipment of the remainder of my inventory. Otherwise, I would be in an extremely dire financial situation. The statement was prepared with an attorney, and I just wanted to let my community know this is my current situation. I genuinely thank each and every one of you for your continued support, and I'm deeply sorry that I once again must ask the community to be patient. Now, this is horrible. This is really bad. Luckily, someone popped up and is trying to help her out. Sadly, every single one of these comments, every single one of these things that you have to put out there had to be prepared by a lawyer because people are litigious in the US. Litigious meaning that they will sue. They'll sue, they'll sue, they'll sue. They'll be crazy trying to sue you. They'll do that again and again and again. And that's the issue that a lot of people like BAO face when they try to bring things out to light. It is really horrible that's happened to her. I feel for her. I hope that everything gets better on her end and that she and her community are able to recover from this, because losing that type of income is not a small feat. It's not something like, oh, you know, it's just a little bit of money. 16K is a lot of money. And like I said, I think everything's going to work out, and I hope it does. And I hope the community gets all of the stuff that they want and all the stuff that they deserve. For full transparency, I am owed around $4,500 after production costs and fees from the merch company I work with. As of today, February 27, 2024, I have not received any revenue from my merch line that has been managed by Copium Merch. It was only until recently I found out the company had burned through all of their funds and has yet to pay me. So this has to be the same company that BAO didn't mention, but YUZU mentioned. Copium Merch is the one that is burning through all their money and not able to pay livers at all for whatever reason. For the merch that they're selling, they're actually selling. Currently, the owner has agreed to give me full transfer of the remaining inventory of my merchandise as well as 100% of the revenue and will be made from it. Same thing that happened with BAO. Selling remaining stock will be my only option of getting back what I am owed. This situation has put a serious amount of mental strain on me and has damaged the trust within my community. Thankfully, Vite Ramen, the same person who's helping BAO, has offered to take over sales and shipment of the remainder of the inventory. I'm truly and deeply sorry for my community who has been extremely patient and understanding throughout all of this. And she continues, I think. It's basically the same thing as BAO. Basically having the same thing there as BAO. And it is unfortunate that she also got hit with the same thing from Copium Merch. It is that if you're going to be a merch company doing this, you cannot burn through all of your sales money. You can't burn through all of your money and think that you're going to be fine, because that's not the way merch should work at all. And this is extremely horrible for them to do this. Learns one of their social media managers give us a yikes in replies for this about Lethal Company, but Flipsy's like, yikes for the social media manager. Shiny Priprup is like, you can get as many yikes as you want to. You were getting them for the entirety of the year so far. Who's running your social media? Yikes. There's no harassment in Nijisanji. And the thing about white people, and yeah, he angry. Yikes for the intern that was made to upload this. Yikes for the black company. Yikes for the black company. Nijisanji members bullying others the company itself being a black company. Yikes. You had the yikes for 2 years already. Yikes for the Selen and Zions. Yikes for graduation. Yikes for the hate of Uki to white people. Yikes for the harassment. Yikes for black company. Yikes for Judas you had in your lines. We're giving you yikes for different reasons. This is out of touch. It's out of touch. But it seems on par with what Nijisanji En will do. This is dumb. Oh my god, this is just so dumb. But it's a Nijisanji L that they like taking, I guess. To say about this right now when it comes to both the scamming that happened with BAO and the situation that happened with the copyright strikes that you can see on the channel that I put there. Also, the whole yikes thing, it was very yikes for them. I really do agree. It was super yikes for them. I do appreciate you guys for watching. The comments down below, or if you want to say anything, want to know anything more, want to hear anything extra, anything that goes on, just let me know. Just let me know down below, as well as the description has all of my socials. And finally, of course, I'll have a video on the screen when this comes out, and that way you guys can see what else I have on there and what else is interesting to you. I do appreciate you. This is the Matt Salvi. I will be seeing you all next time. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Bye-bye.